Hello friends, welcome back to my gaming channel New York. So let's so we are back basically on Hitman 3. In Hitman 3 we have previously played Hitman, then we have played Hitman 2, and we have played all the side missions in means the DLCs in Hitman and Hitman. Uh, Hitman 3 does have DLCs, but none of the DLCs are story based, so I won't be playing them since I play only story based missions. So I will play the only the main story missions of Hitman 3. So hold on a second. Okay, so in this game only we have played Hitman and Hitman 2. In Hitman 3 only, now we are about to start with Hitman 3 finally.
Agent 47 and Diana Burnwood are the world's top assassins working for the ICA. Unknowingly, they have been hired by a shadow client to target a number of operatives of Providence, a secret organization working in the highest echelons of power. Providence's controller, the Constant, approaches Diana and makes her a deal. Eliminate the shadow client and learn about 47's past. But when 47 discovers that the shadow client is Lucas Gray, his lost childhood friend, he and Diana switch sides to fulfill an old pact: destroy Providence. Together, they manage to capture the Constant, forcing him to reveal the identities of the 3 Providence partners. Eliminate them, and the war would be over. However, the Constant has an ace up his sleeve.
So that's the story so far. Wasn't there an intro to this one? I don't know. I felt like there was. Maybe I started this, that's why it didn't show. Who knows? Okay, the first mission on top of the world. Yes, there was a briefing to this one also since I started this one before, that's why it didn't show. Let's start with this briefing.
Look closer. In the shadows, behind the everyday world, beyond the headlines and the seats of power, a hidden hand. A kind of company known as Providence. To it, we were just assets to use and throw away, to do the unthinkable, the unforgivable, and it never gave us a second thought. Until now, after decades in the shadows, we are fighting back. Me and 47. Much has been lost, but we are closer than ever. We trapped the Constant, Providence's chief controller, and finally learnt the names of its 3 partners. In their downfall, we lay the past to rest. And, just maybe, look towards the future. 47. It's time.
Hitman 3.
The partners are down there. You know, I never planned this far ahead. You never do. I see someone got his memory back. Wait, is that a beacon? base. Lexa Carlisle's helicopter just took off. Confirm target locations, over. Diana, what's the status?
Right. We have a situation. Carlisle has left the building, and I think I know why. The Constant has escaped. He persuaded one of the sailors into setting him free, and since then he's been seizing control of Providence assets and resources. I can only assume Carlisle is rushing to contain the damage.
If she slips away again,
We'll keep track of her. Make sure she doesn't. Meanwhile, the plan stays the same. Your destination is the Scepter, the world's tallest building where the partners are laying low, courtesy of their host, Sheikh Omar Al-Ghazali. Huxley-Stuyvesant is fifth-generation old money. His family made its fortune in real estate and banking, and were at one point the chief landowners in New York. Carl Ingram is a powerful Washington kingmaker whose family grew rich selling gunpowder during the American Civil War, and later established a globe-spanning empire in oil, coal, and steel. Both families long since retreated from public view, but their quiet dominance endures to this day. Now, the partners likely suspect that we're coming, so Mr. Gray will infiltrate building controls and disable all electronic doors and elevators. Stuyvesant and Ingram are about to find they have nowhere left to run.
right. This is our moment, 47. Providence ruined our lives with the flick of a pen. Today, we return the favor. Happy hunting.
Mission active. So we have two targets, Carl Ingram, Marcus Stuyvesant. Basically, there were three of the Providence, three partners. The one of them flew away, and as we saw in the DLC of the last game, that the Constant escaped, and he is trying to seize control of the Providence Empire to himself only. So he will be the sole owner of Providence. So in this case, we have to stop him also finally again. So we have right now, for this mission we have two targets, Carl Ingram, Marcus Stuyvesant. Let's read about each of them. Carl Ingram. 1 second. Hold on a second. I think no, the music volume is okay. I thought. Okay, let's get back to it. Carl Ingram. The Ingram family is of Scandinavian origin. The earliest known ancestors were blacksmiths. Their earliest known ancestors were blacksmiths in Norway, but in the 19th century, they migrated to America and became cattle ranchers. They eventually made a fortune selling gunpowder during the American Revolutionary War and later established an empire in oil, coal, and steel. By the 20th century, the Ingrams had become one of the world's biggest fossil energy providers and began expanding their business empire into fields such as agriculture, pharmaceuticals, and consumer goods. In fact, some of the family's biggest sources of revenue came from the Thwack Beverage Company and a global empire of chain stores. Key Providence assets such as Hamsun Oil, Blue Seed Agriculture, and Pax Mundus Foundation geopolitical think tank are all largely controlled by the Ingram family. However, it is their political clout, a benefit of controlling the vital oil and coal markets, that makes them truly powerful. The Ingrams are responsible for most of Providence operatives' position in the government and state institutions around the world, including senators, cabinet secretaries, generals, and even a high-ranking papal advisor. And they enjoy this music is disturbing me. Yeah, and they enjoy a close relationship to the Middle Eastern and Latin American power players, such as the Al-Ghazali family in Saudi Arabia and Moreno drug cartel in Mexico. Carl Ingram, 66, is the current head of family and second most senior Providence partner. Carl is brash, direct, and a cowboy at heart. Despite their immense wealth and privilege, the family has always cultivated a Protestant work ethic, and Carl feels more at home at his Canas ranch or touring his oil fields, which incidentally is also where he brings his business partners and political acolytes to size them up. Carl is a lion of a man with a quiet air of dominance and a still handshake. He is also highly intelligent, perceptive, and an astute judge of character. As an youth, as a youth, Carl enlisted in the army and completed a tour of duty in Vietnam shortly before the fall of Saigon. Returning home to finish his studies, Carl decided that while the logic behind the domino theory has been sound, military campaigns were archaic and ineffective. War should be fought not with boots on the ground, but through the dual channels of Machiavellian tradecraft and slow power of corporate influence. Carl studied military intelligence and became a foreign policy advisor to the White House by the tender age of 32, when by 40 he inherited control of the Ingram estate from his father Douglas. Carl had both the political savvy and the corporate muscle to set himself up as behind the scenes kingmaker whose endorsement is guaranteed to make or break campaigns and indeed careers on both sides of the political divide. And And yet, Carl, like his family name, remains virtually unknown to the general public, always preferring the subtle backroom machinations over the spectacle and limelight. He finally replaced his father Douglas as Providence partner in 1994. Carl Ingram comes across as a libertarian, but in truth, his pragmatism transcends political boxes. He views himself and Providence as the vanguard of global stability and status quo, and this balancing act requires a highly flexible mind. For instance, Carl has spent billions undermining the climate agenda while simultaneously investing heavily in climate change countermeasures. However, this is all for the good of society. Carl believes that only the steady hand of Providence can lead the world into a more sustainable age without the otherwise inevitable descent into disruption, upheaval, and revolution. Carl was married twice with two sons from his first marriage and an adopted son from his second. None of his heirs know about Providence yet, but Carl leans towards appointing his adopted son, whom he sees as having the greatest potential as his successor. Unsentimental and a staunch meritocrat, Carl takes his power very seriously, but is unapologetic about it, believing that only the capable has the right and duty to rule, and that to the best and brightest. Power and leadership is no privilege, it is an obligation. However, like his associate Marcus Stuyvesant, Carl's pride has blinded him to the threat of Arthur Edwards, and now it may be too late to pass on that torch. Next, Marcus Stuyvesant. The Stuyvesant family is of sorry, is of Dutch German origin. Their earliest known ancestors were violin builders in the 18th century Rotterdam, moving to Bavaria where they became successful merchants. They eventually settled in New York and established an empire in real estate and banking. At one point, they owned 15% of all property on Manhattan, competing with the Astor family as the landlords of New York. They also cultivated an image as patrons of the arts and science, donating museums and university wings all over New England. During their heyday in the late 19th and early 20th century, the Stuyvesants were counted among the five richest families in the world, and like more powerful clans in the age of rogue capitalism that followed the Industrial Revolution, they were essentially robber barons. They made a fortune of King Leopold II's atrocities in the Congo, cynically exploited the fallout of the Great Depression, which they managed to dodge and maintain lucrative trade deals with despots throughout the 20th century, such as Pinochet in Chile and Jinpo in Hatanyan. To this day, their intricate network of banks frequently and indiscriminately launder money for white-collar criminals, organized crime syndicates, terrorist groups, and despots all around the world. Ever since the end of World War II and the creation of Providence, the Stuyvesants have retreated from public view, and few today recognize the name. The family is still immensely wealthy, but their true currency is influence. Their assets and investments are deliberately scattered and obscure, hidden behind funds and shell companies. But the Stuyvesant estate is involved in a wide and diverse range of industries such as real estate, banking and finance, insurance and legal service, as well as the arts, sports and entertainment. Im- Important Providence assets such as Milton Fitzgerald Investment Bank, Danziger Limited Insurance, Morgan, Diaz and Con Law Firm, and Monumental Pictures are all Stuyvesant properties, in which they still own a controlling share. Out of this, Milton Fitzgerald was a DLC where we went to the bank and killed the, I think, the manager or something. Yeah. Marcus Stuyvesant, 51, the current head of the family, is the youngest of the Providence part. He is divorced from Penelope Huxley-Stuyvesant, with whom he has a single daughter, Cornelia, who runs the Stuyvesant Art Foundation. A strong proponent of order, diligence, and pertinence, Marcus tends to come across as officious and high-strung. Before Alexa Carlisle, Marcus's late father, Eckhart, used to sit at the head of the table, and Marcus is doggedly determined to prove himself his father's equal. An introvert and dyslexic, Marcus dragged himself through college and on the wings of his family name and generous campus contribution. He landed a job at the prestigious law firm Morgan, Yates and Co., although his grades were hardly in the top 10%. Diligent and determined, he was on partner track when Eckhart died abruptly on trope, and Marcus was approached for the first time by Arthur Edwards, the second constant, who revealed the Stuyvesant family's true legacy. Partnership on a whole different scale. Marcus later learned that Eckhart had long considered appointing Mil- uh, Milton Fitzpatrick CEO Eugen Kopp instead of his pedestrian son, but he died before he could finalize the decision. This humiliating feeling of being tamed or runner-up haunts Marcus to this day. Marcus adores his daughter Cornelia and determined to be a more supportive father than Eckhart. He insists that she should one day succeed him as partner, but Cornelia ironically shows little sign that even she would be even remotely interested in running a globe-spanning power cable. And now Marcus is waking up to the harsh realization that not only is it too late to shape Cornelia, is not only is it too late to shape Cornelia in his own image, there may simply be nothing left to inherit. Oof, that's a lot to read for both of these guys. Now, how many mission stories we have? Only three. Yes, I heard this. Hitman 3 has much lesser mission. So, on the first try, like I do, I will try to go in blind things. As the mission stories pop up, I'll follow them, but I will not select them and follow them. I thought the first mission was supposed to have more, but I guess they have only three. Yes, I guess all the missions in this game have only three. Even one of them doesn't have mission. Okay, let's start.
Welcome to Dubai 47. Today is the inauguration of the scepter, and the ceremony is well underway. You will find Marcus Stuyvesant near the building's signature art installation. While a paranoid Carl Ingram has ensconced himself in his penthouse suite, security on highest alert. Mr. Gray is already in position and ready to assist. Good luck, 47.
And on the top of the world.
47. Come in. 47, do you copy?
I'm here.
Are you in position?
I'm heading towards the point of entry.
Good. Get back to me when you're there.
So we can blind that. Okay.
Locked. 47, use your camera and scan the lock, will you? I think I can override the Windows controls from here.
Okay. Use camera.
I'm in position.
47, the inauguration is taking place close by. Once you've infiltrated it, get your bearings. I'm sure there must be floor plans somewhere.
Understood.
We need absolute focus on this one. If Ingram and Stuyvesant are alerted to our presence, we may lose them for good. We are so close, 47.
Don't worry. They're not going anywhere.
Damn, that was smooth. How smoothly he changed his clothes. Skydiving suit. This is the one that we changed from.
Folks, keep the things we leave here.
On behalf of His Royal Highness Omar Al-Ghazali, I bid you welcome to the Scepter.
Hello, sir.
Okay, right.
Welcome to the Scepter pamphlet. Join us for the inauguration of Burj Al-Ghazali. So Burj Khalifa became Burj Al-Ghazali. Prince Al-Ghazali invites you all to join him in the opening. Join him in opening this milestone of a building. You are all his personal guests. Visit the various bars, exhibits, and relaxation areas, and most importantly, enjoy yourself.
What if they get the keys or a lockpick?
I think those would be acceptable. We do have quite a lot of security in the building today, if that helps.
Back off a little, buddy. You're starting to freak me out.
Insert credit card.
But with a small loan for my father, I soon built up a construction empire that was worthy of the great Al-Ghazali.
Yeah, I was wondering what.
I would like to thank my cousins, without whose friendship.
I had a button to inspect. Basically, I'm playing after some time, so I forgot.
I'm proud to yet again report to you a great man.
I am obviously okay. Map is not available here.
The tallest building in the world. Got very proud of it. So, I'm humbly proud
Do I know him?
Al-Ghazali. Don't like that. That's now, please, be my guests and celebrate. And thank you.
I wanna see what I can do here.
Hey! Oh, yeah!
Huh. Oh, God. What happened to you? Hey, can you hear me? Are you okay? Shit. Don't worry. I'll be back in a sec.
I need some help here. Please help me. Hey, listen to me. Please help. There's something going on.
I just wanted to see what was here.
Calm down. Get out of here! Now! Move! Move!
Yeah, all right.
47. I would like to address the Providence partners directly. I want them to know why this is happening. And I have an idea, but it requires you finding a map terminal.
It happened within even 2 minutes and I killed the person. Okay. I'm just exploring at this moment, nothing else. Okay, I am about to stumble upon a story.
It's just a precaution.
I've been personally invited by the Royal Highness Omar Al-Ghazali. I should have clearance. The name is Zaina Kazim.
Sir,
Zana Kazim, aka the Vulture. One of the top agents working for Crystal Dawn, the Pan-African terrorist organization. I almost hired him myself once, but chose the Maelstrom instead. Now what is his business here?
stand. But you can't enter without being certain.
A man of interest. A suspicious-looking man has an appointment with His Royal Highness's personal assistant. Okay, first let's make a save here.
Standard procedure.
This is ridiculous.
Well, that's how it is. Think about it and come back if you want. I'll be waiting upstairs in the reception. I'm
Listen, I want to talk to the partners directly. Make them understand why all of this is happening. And that terminal gives me an idea. There's a server room near the Sheikh's personal reception. If you can gain access to it, we might be able to recover useful intel from it. We'll have to work together to hack the system, but it's our best shot.
Gray's intent on confirming partners. He has a plan to make this happen, but involves infiltrating a highly secure server room with the Gurus Al-Ghazali. I am not doing this right now.
Into my body.
It's a smoking area. If you don't like it, piss off.
Weird.
Okay, watch it.
Or do something worse than blowing cancer in your face.
Oh my god, what is your problem? You are sick.
You have no idea.
She must think we're idiots if we're expected to lap up Pablo like that. It's a marvel that we're even related.
Please don't turn back, please don't turn back, please don't turn back. Okay, he also has a little voice. Let's make a save here. Talk to Omar Al-Ghazali's personal assistant.
Yeah, hey.
Excuse me, if you're coming through, I have to frisk you. Only take a minute, okay?
Okay, I'll have to frisk. Nothing else, right? Okay.
Sir, I will have to check you if you want to pass, okay?
Yeah, sure.
Sorry about this, sir. Won't be a moment. Right, that's it. Keep moving, please.
Oh, Mr. Kazim. I'm glad you changed your mind.
Arrogance can be a dangerous trait.
Yes, indeed, it can. Mr. Ingram has been expecting you. We have a conference room set up for you.
Lord Ingram wants to see me. Let's make another save here.
Looking good today, sir.
Please, go in and make yourself comfortable. Mr. Ingram will be with you shortly.
How you doing? Thank you.
Wait for Ingram. Let's make a save here.
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, that's him coming here. If I pick it up, he will see me.
Mr. Kazim, a pleasure to meet you. Omar tells me great things about you. I'll get straight to the point. I have well, let's call it a dispute, which the Royal Highness tells me you're very capable of taking care of. Now, I've worked with your organization before, in Morocco, I believe, so I'm a little hesitant.
Don't be. We do what's needed.
Well, only time will tell. I have 2 assignments for you. Take care of the first one, and then we can discuss the bigger fish. Now, on to the first. An acute problem has been brought to my attention.
Keep talking.
I'll be candid with you. No one is supposed to know that I'm here. However, there's a journalist down at the inauguration, and he's asking rather intrusive questions about who's staying up here, and that is a very dangerous problem for me. Now, I want you to silence this little pain. You think you can do that?
It's what I do best.
I like your bluntness. This is his file. Hans Lucht, Pulitzer-winning freelance journalist. He's good, and won't give up until he gets the answers he needs. And that can't happen.
Consider it done.
Good man. And remember, I want a picture. I want proof so I can sleep tonight.
Of course.
Once this little assignment is completed, come back and talk to Miss Toe. Then we can discuss the real cancer that needs to be removed. I'm sure you can see yourself out.
That's Carl Ingram, Providence partner and brass balls billionaire.
The reporter, a picture of Ingram's target, Hank Luth, 47, can eliminate or pacify him and take a picture to ensure he is capable of the assignment.
A legendary political fixer, Ingram is old money and as rotten as they come.
Sorry, sir. It seems you're not cleared for this area. You need to leave. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm not going to the area even.
Greetings, sir.
Let's make a small save here. I'm curious to see what's in here. Yeah, it looked like a security room. Although I'm not entirely sure.
Well, I can't expect people to take the stairs all the time. Who's going to want to come to a building this tall and have to walk all the way up?
Hi, sir. You mind me taking the apple, sir?
Why are you all up in my face? Give me some space, man. Back off.
Mr. Lund, I hear you're looking for information.
Oh, really? Okay. You know what's happening upstairs?
I know more than you could imagine. But we can't talk here. Follow me.
Great. Lead the way.
I need a save. I even don't know what to take you.
Greetings, sir.
Camera.
Yes, that's it. Now Ingram trusts you, it's like shooting fish in a barrel.
Picture perfect. 47 has taken a picture of Ingram's target. It looks great.
Looking good, man. Looking good. And how are you today, sir?
Upstairs? Yeah.
We've got strict orders, sir. I can't let you through here for security reasons.
Mr. Kazim, welcome back. So, you have the picture.
Yes, here.
Good. Our guest will be delighted. Please follow me. He's waiting. Right this way,
Good
Mr.
day to
Kazim.
you.
So, do you like the building? This has been His Royal Highness's dream. I think for even longer than I have known him. Everything here is completely self-sufficient. Electricity, internet, even water is cleaned and reused. It's the first of its kind on this scale. It was important for him to look to the future.
So you're saying the Medicis were just polluting generations of talent that would have flourished more without them? You're out of your mind.
I just feel like there should be a better way. We should take care of people better than that.
All right, Mara, calm down.
I hope you have had time to see the art exhibition. His Royal Highness has a keen eye for the arts. If you haven't yet, I highly recommend it. Here we are. Mr. Ingram is expecting you.
Mr. Cassim, so good
Another save.
to see you. You have the picture?
Yes. Your problem is fixed.
Omar said you were good. Let's get down to the important business at hand. Okay, people, clear the room. I need to discuss some delicate business with Mr. Kazim.
Perfect. We have Ingram right where we want him.
Excuse me for a second.
47,
Please make yourself at
you know
home.
what to do.
Have a drink, see the view. It's something to behold.
Why is this guy here?
Looking at you, Tango. Hands over your head.
Listen here, mate. I want
0-2 out. Engage. Engage. Oh my.
Yeah, before I hit him, I knew this was about to happen. But while everybody cleared out, why did it not? Okay, let's see if we get the opportunity later.
See you. You have the picture?
Yes. Your problem is fixed.
Omar said you were good. Let's get down to the important business at hand. Okay, people, clear the room. I need to discuss some delicate business with Mr. Kazim.
Perfect. We have Ingram right where we want him.
Please make yourself
47, you know what to do.
The view. It's something to behold.
Sir, with all due respect, I'm gonna kick your ass.
Now, where was I?
On my face.
That's right. My man here will stay for the meeting. I assume that will not be a problem. Either way, you have no choice in the matter.
Hello, sir.
Oh,
It's interesting we haven't come across each other before, Mr. Kazim. Well, maybe not. I think I'll join you. Anyway, I was saying, it's interesting we haven't come across each other before, Mr. Kazim. Well, maybe not. I usually have my people talk to people like you.
I can imagine.
I don't know how much the Royal Highness, has told you. But my guess is very little, so let me get straight to the point. My organization has been hit by an unpleasant cancer that can only be removed by cutting it out of the gut, if you get my drift.
Yes, I do.
Good. This little turd is spreading his vile, toxic cells, and I want him stopped. Brutally. Chemo won't remove him. Only the knife. I have his file here. Arthur Edwards. A sly little devil, if there ever was one. Me and my associates, well, we underestimated the little worm. We want revenge.
I think you and I share a common interest.
I doubt that. But I want you to make him suffer. This is not a horse that needs to be put out of its misery. This is a rabid dog that needs to be put down. Am I making myself clear, Mr. Kazim?
Yes. Consider it done.
Good. We're now in business.
We are.
I'll have Miss Toe send you anything you need. We're done here. Oh, one last question. I'm just curious. You're nicknamed the Vulture. Why?
I find it's best to wait for the perfect kill.
I think you'll be perfect for the job. Nice to meet you, Mr. Kazim. I look forward to receiving an update. Safe hunting. Guard!
Yes, Mr. Ingram?
Please show Mr. Kazim out.
Yes, sir. Mr. Kazim, please follow me. Mr. Kazim, you need to listen to me. Follow me and don't get sidetracked.
I will reload this, but I am seeing how far this is going with me. How far will it lead me out?
Mr. Kazem, you need to listen to me. Follow me and
Run
don't
along.
get sidetracked.
I don't need to look at you.
I just came ahead of you, buddy.
The dynamic. You really can't let this.
Oh, he's gonna lead me all the way out. Okay. Let's just load.
You have the picture?
Yes. Your problem is fixed.
Omar said you were good. Let's get down to the important business at hand. Okay, people, clear the room. I need to discuss some delicate business with Mr. Kazim. Sorry.
We have
Excuse me
Ingram
for a
right
minute.
where we want him.
I just remembered something.
47,
Please make yourself at
you know
home.
what to do.
Have a drink. See the view. It's something to behold.
Now that
I'm
that's
sorry
done.
about that. Now, where were we? Now I know. My man here will stay for the meeting. I assume that will not be a problem.
No,
Either
no
way,
problem,
you have
I
no
know.
choice in the matter. Ah, a drink. Good idea. I think I'll join you. Now, as I was saying,
What happened, sir?
Carl Ingram finally gets what he deserves.
Wake up, are you there?
Good riddance. Now let's get Marcus Stuyvesant.
I believe you're done here. I hope it was a satisfactory meeting. Let me show you out. Follow
Yeah,
me.
thank you.
JHQ, SITREP from Delta 49er. Situation here is FUBAR. Send Charlie 65 to do a cleanup. Over.
Thank you. You may show me out.
How are you?
It was a really satisfactory meeting, you know. I had a really satisfactory meeting with your boss. You see him? You saw him, right? Lying dead on the floor. You enjoyed that, right?
Even if you're dealing with some kind of state allowance.
Ah, yes, you are right. He is not lying
I'm not
dead, actually.
suggesting
He's
a revolution,
sleeping.
but people should
He
consider these
walks
things.
too hard, he
Cloud
feels
behind your
sleepy,
work,
so
more
he
eyes on your work.
well, asleep on the floor basically. It was a perfectly satisfactory meeting. Okay, I don't think I have enough time to get to the next try also in the same video.
I've always said His Royal Highness could make a killing on the motivations.
Hi there.
Hi. What happened to him?
Looking very well today, sir.
Right there. That's Marcus Stuyvesant, Providence partner, self-entitled and arrogant little worm. He might not look like much, but he's done more damage to the world than you could dream.
No, I contacted her. Don't worry, Marcus. Your secret is safe with me. Carl knows nothing, and I hope you won't forget that. You know, I gave you a very moving eulogy during my speech.
I'm sorry I missed it.
Yes, so am I. Stay safe, and remember who your friends are. I hope your talk with your daughter gives you some closure, and you remember I've done you more than just one favor. I will.
Okay.
How are you?
Pretty fine.
We hope you'll enjoy the installation.
Okay, what is this?
You're just awash in the light, and it's like.
Hey, please.
Wow. Hey.
Who said he wanted again?
Don't see any other business. What is that exactly? I'm seeing something up there.
Any news on the new guard assigned to codename Pinky? I got word that he entered the building, but he hasn't reported for duty yet. Probably still down at the depot, getting his uniform. I just hope he's got his papers with him. I heard rumors that he used to work for that Dawood Rangan. You know, the Bollywood producer who died. Doesn't sound promising. No, it doesn't.
Stuyvesant is expecting a replacement guard. If you can locate him, we should be able to get within strangling distance of the little worm.
Okay. Replacement guard, huh? Insecurity. Stuyvesant is expecting a replacement guard. If you can look at him, we should be able to get strangling distance of little guard. Infiltrate the staff area. How? And I need to stop these guys also. Sorry. Save, right? Locate the missing recruit. Nothing, you saw nothing.
Back to it, I guess.
Does it do that only? Go this side and that side.
Okay, am I missing out on something here?
No, no. Nothing to worry. You saw nothing, check. On the floor downstairs.
Look, this is gonna make me look really bad.
I'm sure it's around here somewhere. Don't you worry. A colleague is also out there looking.
But this is awful. I mean, I'm in my boxers and you are a woman. It's just so embarrassing.
Oh, it's nothing I haven't seen before.
But you don't understand. I'm military. We military men are used to punctuality. I was supposed to be ready and present my papers half an hour ago.
Yes, you men in the army with your papers. Super punctual. I get it. Yeah.
Are you making fun of me? That's so cruel. Do you know what a man is without his gun?
Man in his boxers. Crying like a baby.
Ugh, you women will never understand.
And I don't think we ever will. I can't find it. Can't you just wear a waiter uniform? It would be pretty effective if you wanted.
The new recruit's orders. Papers dealing in new recruits' prior bodyguard assignments and duties and orders to appear at the tower. His past experiences include working for Daud Rangan, a recently deceased Bollywood film producer, and some obscure mentions of his cutlery-related Boy Scout badges.
Blend in.
Okay.
What?
We killed Daud Rangan. Present yourself as a security officer. I guess I needed this outfit only, that's why I didn't tell me to get out here or something like that.
Greetings, sir.
make a save.
We still haven't heard from him. But we know he's in the building. I'm sure he's just waiting for his uniform, and he'll be up soon.
I'm glad to hear, but I don't like to be kept waiting. Make sure he has his papers and call me, okay?
Of course, sir. Your boss? I'll let you know.
Just get him up
pretty
here.
interesting.
Or I'll make a personal complaint to His Royal Highness, and you don't want that.
Reporting for duty.
About time. Our client has been going out of his mind waiting for you. Do you have the papers?
Yes.
Good. I'll call him now.
How should I address him?
It's classified, so you don't call him anything. But officially, he's just known as codename Pinky. Sir, this is security. Just calling to let you know your new guard has finally arrived. Yes, sir. See you soon. Okay, wait here. He'll be here shortly.
Yeah, waiting.
Mumbai. Ooh, I heard that one.
The key that grants access to security room.
Shitstorm. It's good to see a man like you back in the saddle. Guess it's just our line of work.
Okay, you must be my new escort. I have very high standards, and trust you will do your duty. You have your credentials on you?
Looking good, man. Looking good.
Well, this all looks very promising. Yes. Good. Oh, you worked for Dawood Rangan. Hope you weren't there on the day of his tragic death. Okay, this all looks very good. Okay, walk with me. I need to go through some ground rules.
We have no idea. I was there on the day of his tragic death. In fact, I was the one who put the last, what do you say, like, took away his life. Whom he lost his life, on whose hand he lost his
I expect
life.
you to be by my side 24/7, unless I say otherwise. Bathroom breaks are, of course, permitted, but only when I say so. I have a very important, delicate meeting today, in which I expect you to keep your ears closed, but your eyes wide open. Understood? Now, your papers were indeed impressive, but I need to see what you can do with my own eyes. My father used to take me hunting. He was an avid hunter. I personally hated it, but always admired his skill with a knife, and grew to appreciate what it takes to gut an animal. Have you ever tried to gut an animal?
Yes.
Good. Then you know it's not so easy as it looks. Like trying to stab a rubber ball. Bounces back if you don't stab it correctly. You're almost here. You have to understand. I didn't get where I am by blind faith. Okay, we are almost there. You see the shooting targets? Any fool can shoot a target. With a knife? No. That's where the talent lies. My father always used to say, if you are good with a knife...
Okay, I need to shoot those targets with a knife.
You're even better with a gun. I want to see your skills. I don't know why, but I've always trusted a man who could throw a knife. I'm sure a psychiatrist would have a field day with that statement. So, show me what you got. Do well and you work for me. Fail, you get out of here, and I never want to see your face again. Let's just hope he's half as good as you were.
Only time will tell. But I doubt it.
You cocky idiot.
Hit 4 targets with knife.
That was quite spectacular. Oh, spot on. Nice throw. That was a magnificent performance. I like you. I think we will get along.
I need to save here because this guard isn't supposed to be here.
Just fine.
You've gained his trust.
I think I got the right man now.
What to do
Thank you
with
for your
all that
services.
power?
Take the rest of the day off. You deserve it.
Thank you, sir. It was an honor. Thank you, sir.
You impressed me. You really did. But let's get to work. Something.
We got him, 47. Soon there will be no more Providence. You need to find an exit. Our business is done here, but it's far from over.
I see my exit over here. Okay, so I followed these two mission stories, only one left. I'll do that in the next video. So that's it for this video. I'll see you again in the next video. Bye bye.